Productivity is not about doing the maximum amount of work you possibly can. It's about doing smart things that mean you save time to do the things that you love outside of teaching. In this video, I'm going to share with you 3 productivity hacks that I think will make a huge impact in your business. Tip number 1 is a super simple one about emails. So many of us open up our email inbox, read the emails, and then don't respond right away. Every time that you do that, you're putting a little nugget in the back of your brain that's going to niggle and naggle away at you until you respond to the email. You're opening a loop, and until you close it, a little part of your brain is going to be focused on closing that loop. Humans don't like open loops. So, unless you are going to respond to emails, unless you have the time to actually write replies right now, don't open the inbox. If this is super tempting to you, I suggest you take it off your phone. Take the app away, or do what I do and put it on the last screen that you scroll through on your phone. If you put it all the way over there, that might be enough to separate it off so that you only open it when you're intentionally doing so rather than as a default. If that's not enough for you, just uninstall it. You do not have to check emails on your phone. And then set aside a time when you're actually supposed to respond to them. Only open emails when you have a chance that you're probably going to be able to respond to most requests. The longer form ones, the ones that do take mulling over, yeah, you can leave those for later. But most emails only need a quick reply. And if you don't have time to write that quick reply right now, then don't even look at the title. Just leave it. Don't go there. The second productivity hack, as I call it, is probably the most important one for most of you to hear. So you ready? Focus on what your students need right now. Not all the ideas, not all the different things, but just what your students need right now. Too many of us spend so much time collecting these things, trying to store them on our computer, putting them into folders for later. When actually, there are going to be even more ideas later, so there's no point doing that. Only take on board the ideas that are going to work for your students right now and that you're excited to try today, this week, this month, and ignore the rest of it. Scroll past of it, say to yourself, oh, that's a lovely idea, maybe I'll try it later, but just move along. Don't attempt to put that inside your, I must try this, I must try it, if it's not appropriate for your students right now or doesn't fit in your schedule. Just leave it for later. Let fate decide whether it comes back to you. This is the hardest one to follow, am I right? When you're working, work. When you're not, don't. This is about really admitting to yourself when you're not working. That's the biggest clincher here for most people. So if you find yourself supposed to be doing admin work at your desk and you're actually scrolling through Facebook, here's what I want you to do. Stop for a second, think, do I need this break right now? If the answer is yes, I do need a distraction. I'm fried on responding to these emails or inputting these enrollment forms or whatever you were doing. If you're fried on that, great. Acknowledge to yourself that you're going to take a break. And if your choice of action for that break is scrolling through Facebook, then do that. Great. Just tell yourself, I need a distraction right now. This is my break. I'm going to have 5 minutes. I'm going to have 10 minutes. I'm going to spend 2 hours on Facebook. Whatever you're going to do, just acknowledge that that's what you're going to do and that it's not work. And then when you're working, actually do the work. You need to create these 2 separate boxes in your mind, and the more you exercise this muscle, the easier it's going to be. But if you tell yourself, no, I have to be working right now every time you try and get distracted, that's not going to work either, because you do need some time to switch off. So focus on acknowledging when that time is, asking yourself if you really do need it, and if you do, take it with glee. Scroll through Facebook, or step outside and look at the sky, if that's what you would prefer to do. Just actually make the choice. So there you have it. Those are my top 3 productivity hacks for piano teachers that I think are going to make a massive difference if you implement them in your studio. While you're here, let me know in the comments what your productivity hacks are, what's made the biggest difference for you in terms of being a productive piano teacher and not wasting any time. And while you're here, make sure you subscribe to the channel so that you get the latest inspiration and ideas for piano teachers as soon as they go live.